Hello my darlings, my name is Lilia and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would film a haul of the things I recently picked up when I was over in America. I went to both Sephora and the drugstore and got some real goodies in both. Some of this stuff is new to me and some are repurchases. I thought I'd start with the drugstore. So I went to CVS and I went to Walgreens and I picked up two of the new Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. I got Rose in the Air and Nude Awakening. Now, I really liked the old formula of the Wet n Wild eyeshadows, so I've been giving these a little test, and in fact it's what I've got on my eyes right now. I like them. I wouldn't say they are the best eyeshadows, however, for the price points and for what kind of else is in that price range, I don't think you can really beat them. They do blend and they have got nice opacity. You do have to build them up a bit, but if you're a beginner, that's probably a good thing. You can't really overdo it with too much pigment at once. They are kind of well thought out palettes and overall I would recommend them. Next, also from Wet n Wild, I picked up two of their highlighters. I got Precious Petal and Blossom Glow. So Precious Petal, I really like this colour. I can't wear it when I'm this pale or I'm still a bit tanned for me. Yes, I know, I'm like ghostly. So my normal skin tone, I wouldn't be able to wear this either. However, when I have a tan, or a fake tan, depending on what I've been doing, it looks really nice. Blossom Glow has a slight shift to it, and I think the base colour is really pretty. However, I'm not sure how big a fan I am of the kind of duochrome shift that it has that makes it almost like a deeper reflective pink. So I'm not sure, I'm still testing this one out. I think in some lights it looks beautiful and in some it looks like a streak on my cheek. So we'll see. I'll let you know on that one. I also picked some stuff up from Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula for powder products is probably one of my favourite drugstore brands, full stop. Especially their butter range. I repurchased the butter bronzer. I've gone through a whole one of these already. I love it. It's so smooth, so creamy, so buttery. It blends on the skin really nicely. Once again, I've got it on today. It just gives a really healthy look to the skin. I use it in bronze, even in the original, even though I am so pale. I still, because it's so buildable, I still prefer the tones of the original bronzer. I also picked up from the Butter line the Butter Blush, picked up in Vintage Rouge. I love this. I've pretty much used this every time I've done my makeup since I got it. It is a beautiful colour and just really nice and buildable. So it looks really subtle if you want it to, or you can build it up to give you a nice colour on the cheeks. But it's also just the right kind of pink for me that it looks natural. I also went and picked up this, which is the, well, they call it the Bronze Booster. It's basically a contour palette, but like drugstore version. I mainly use the middle shade in this, the cool toned kind of contour colour. I find being so pale that most contour colours end up looking pretty orange toned on me. So I find with this, it doesn't do that. It gives me a really nice kind of subtle chiseled look. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can build this up and really give yourself a full-on chiseled contour, but I find it works really well. I love it using the Jaclyn Hill contour brush. I will do a review on her brushes actually, because I do use them a lot. I have been testing them out, but I use her contour brush and it's really good. Also from the drugstore, I picked up this, which is the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder, sorry. Now, I'm not a huge fan of loose powder. In fact, Laura Mercier loose powder is probably the only one I really like. I mean, I'm testing out a couple at the moment, but the only one that I would solidly recommend at the moment is the Laura Mercier. Although I have oily combo skin, I find that if I put a heap load of loose powder on my face at the beginning of the day, it just makes me look like an oil slick and looks cakier when my oils start to come through. Whereas this one, I find I can put a proper layer on my skin and it just makes it look smooth. I've got it under my eyes today and it just has this kind of soft focus type of effect to it that I really like. The colour, personally, when I'm really pale, I don't think I'll be able to use this. I think I'll struggle, especially under my eyes. I think it will be too dark. I know it says fair, but I can use it now under my eyes, which would suggest to me that I won't be able to when I'm really fair. However, I do really like it and will continue to use it. I also picked up these from NYX. They are the NYX Professional Makeup Suede Matte Lip Liners, and I got the shade Cannes and the shade Sweet Tooth. I don't have a solid opinion on these yet. I like the colours are pretty, but I need to definitely wear them more to see kind of what the formula's like. Sweet Tooth is more of a deeper, slightly, it's a really hard colour to describe actually. It's like a magenta almost. It's a very kind of deep but slightly bright colour. And then Cannes is just a really pretty pale kind of pink shade. Now for what I got at Sephora. So first thing was a repurchase, and that is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. As you can see, I've already put my pump on it. And this is the shade 1C1. I also have it in 1CO, and the undertones are slightly different, so it just means that depending on, and also the one's slightly darker than the other, so it just depends on kind of what my skin tone's doing to whether which one suits me best. At the moment this one does, but most of the time I'm 1CO. The other foundation I picked up whilst I was there was the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. I have this in shade 1. Now this will be far too dark for me the second I've got kind of no tan at all. In fact, it's a bit dark for me now. However, when I was on holiday, I loved this stuff. I wore it most days. It kind of just gave me enough coverage that I felt confident and felt put together, but it still let my skin breathe. I still didn't feel like I'd got a load of makeup on my face, and it just looked really healthy. It also has an SPF of 15 in, which I wear SPF every day anyway, even in England. However, it's always good to have a little bit of a boost, especially when you're using it the way I did. I also picked up a couple of mascaras whilst I was there. So I picked up the waterproof version of the Monsieur Big mascara from Lancôme. I love this mascara. I wear the normal Monsieur Big sometimes. However, if I'm wearing a full day, the Monsieur Big original will smudge on me. So if I'm doing a full day, full glam, I definitely wear the waterproof. But same formula, same amazing full thick lashes. The second one I bought was from Buxom, and this is the waterproof lash mascara. That's all it says on it. I haven't tried this yet, so let me know if you want a first impressions type thing on that. But I really liked the look of the applicator, so we'll see. Next, with all the hype around Natasha Denona, I kind of felt like I couldn't not pick something of hers up. So I picked up 2 of her mini palettes. I picked up the mini Lilia palette and the mini Star palette, and honestly, I love them. They are the easiest mattes to blend, and the shimmers are so stunningly beautiful. They have the most reflective, kind of 3-dimensional, just gorgeous quality to them that I don't think you can really match unless you're looking at kind of a glitter shadow, which is something like the Estèe Magnificent Metals. But for a pressed eyeshadow, I've never tried anything as good as these. I love them. They were pretty much all I wore the whole holiday. So that says a lot considering I've got several other things with me. They were just my everydays. Next, I picked up the Kush Clear Brow Gel, and for my brows I use Benefit normally. The pencil I've got in them today is Benefit, but I find that the Benefit 3D 24-hour brow set, I think it's called, just doesn't hold my brows in place. By 2 hours in, my brows will have moved all over the place, and when my brows start moving, it makes the pencil that I've got underneath either more obvious or even start to smudge easier. Whereas I find this just locks my brows into place all day. There is no kind of messing around with it, there is no worry about what they're doing, they just don't move. And I also really like the packaging on this. It's very aesthetically pleasing, which I know isn't important in a brow gel. But when it's clear and you're putting it through your brows after you've got stuff on them and putting it back in, if it's a clear tube, it looks gross. So I very much appreciate Milk that you didn't make us look at that. I picked up 3 lip products. Well, 4, but one's in my purse. So firstly, I went to Fenty. I got the lip Stunna. Yeah, so the Stunna lip paint, and this is in Uncuffed. I also bought the Gloss Bomb, but that, as I said, is in my handbag. I love the Gloss Bomb. I wear it every day. It's my go-to gloss. It's absolutely stunning. It's not sticky, and it just has the most beautiful texture. This dries a bit darker than it looks in the container. I wish actually that it dried a lot more true to form. However, the texture is lovely, and I do like the wearability and the consistency. It doesn't dry kind of like dead lips matte, so it doesn't emphasize all the cracks and all the kind of dry bits on your lips that you didn't know you had. However, for me, the fact that it dries a bit darker is a negative, simply because I'm so pale that when I'm my palest, that this is kind of like quite a deep colour on me anyway. So for it to dry even darker, it sometimes can look quite off. However, as I said, formula's brilliant. I actually went out and ate a full meal in this, and it didn't move, it didn't smudge, it didn't budge, it literally stayed on my lips through the whole meal, including pudding, which that's pretty damn impressive. I'll give it that. But yeah, I might have to try a different colour. I might try, they've got a colour called Unbuttoned, so I might have to pick that up and see how that one goes. Next, I went back to Lancôme and I picked up one of their matte Juicy Shakers. I love the original Juicy Shakers. Juicy Shakers. Why can't I say that? Juicy Shakers. There we go. I love the originals. I haven't tried this yet. I will, and I will let you know what I think. But I mean, if it's anything like the original formula, I'm sure I'll love it. And no, but I picked this up after watching Alana's videos, Alana Rama, so she recommends these, so I thought I would give it a go. Next I picked up the Marc Jacobs, what do they call these? Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick, and I picked it up in Sugar Sugar. I don't know what I think about this yet. Some days I love it, some days I hate it. On good days it looks stunning, it makes my lips look plump and juicy and glossy and full and just gorgeous. However, other days it'll look awful, it'll make my lips look cracked and lined and wrinkly and just sits on my lips really funnily. So I really don't know what I think about this, so I'd really have to keep testing it and let you know. But I mean, at the moment there's more good days than bad, but we'll see. Final thing I picked up was this, which is a brush head for the Clarisonic. I use my Clarisonic every morning and every evening for my skincare. However, I've watched Tati Westbrook's videos for years, like years and years and years, and there hasn't been a recommendation of hers that I've tried that I haven't liked. So when she kept going on about this and how brilliant it is to do cream contour and to put foundation on, I kind of felt like I wanted to give it a go. So I've not tried it out yet. I'm thinking I might do a first impressions type test it out video, see if it actually is worth the hype and put it to the test live on camera. See if you guys are interested in that, let me know. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting. That, I think, is everything. Let me just double check. Yes. So that is everything I got on my recent trip to America. If there's anything you think that I should pick up, whether that's from over there or from in the shops I can get in England, definitely let me know. And let me know if you've tried any of this and what you think and what your favourite products are. I'd love to hear from you. Hope you all have a brilliant day, and it was lovely to see you guys. Bye!